94.3. Hello, I'm Andy.
And I'm Jim.
And we're the new breakfast team here at 94.3.
Coming up today, we've got the news and a look at cattle farming.
But first, sports with a look at last night's Super League Football Playoff Spectacular. Yes, and number 9 finally booked there.
Well, it's about time, John. He's hit 3 or 4 players now with that Corsa.
Yes, Alan, and despite the dramatic changes to the rules, that still isn't one of them.
No, John, there's no question. He shouldn't even be driving that car on the pitch.
He's being led now up to the game's officiating judge, the Honourable Robert Tinkleworthy. And yes, he's been booked. It's a red.
Well, we had to expect that, John.
And number 9 now being led off for a summary execution.
He'll be crushed to death beneath a ton weight of flowers and strawberries, John.
A summary execution?
A very summary execution indeed, John.
And of course the addition of otters and foxes to the crush weight has had to be withdrawn because of pressure from animal rights groups, which is horseshit really, isn't it, Alan?
Yes, John, it is. Utter horseshit. They're leading a man off to his death there, and the animal rights are worried about a vole or two. Wankers, John, all of them.
I suppose the animal rights people would say that he agreed to play in the game?
At gunpoint.
Well, yes, at gunpoint. Who would volunteer to play in today's game? Oh, and another bomb just went off, and that's left United's defence wide open.
Yes, John, and they're going to have to do something about that.
Well, they're loading their 3 forwards into a Sherman, and it looks like they're going to make a push on goal.
Yes, John, I don't know. That trench looks pretty deep to me.
Deep indeed, and those barrels of tar there obviously just waiting in case they get stuck.
Yes, John, I don't know what the manager's thinking there.
Well, presumably he's thinking about those 3 points, but I'm not sure this is the way to do it.
No, John.
And they're off. The Showman moving down the left side of the field, coming under a heavy assault from the midfield.
Yes, John, but I think that's what the defence is going to do here.
All right, Alan. The midfield now having to rein back their fire and run for their foxhole as United's defence unleash a barrage of ordnance and, almost hitting their forward.
Yes, John, that was silly. They could have fried their own strikers there.
And they're coming up to the trench. Now we shall see.
Yes, John, that Sherman's got to pick up enough speed to get down, up, and out of that trench.
And what's this? My goodness! United's midfield have appeared for what looked like a series of tunnels just in front of the trench and are laying down ladders across it. Well, that is inspired.
Yes, John, a good move. They may just stand a chance if they can hold their positions.
Indeed, Alan. And the Sherman approaching. It's on the ladders. It looks like it. Oh, no, it's slipping.
It's no use, John. He had to hit those ladders dead on.
I think you may be right, Alan. Yes. Oh, my. Oh. The Sherman has slipped off the ladders and has jammed itself sideways into the trench. And here come the barrels of tar.
Well, it was never going to work, John. An airstrike was their only option at this point.
An option all too far from them now as their front 3 sizzle and burn in a fiery, bubbling mess. Throw into Sydney. 94.3.
You're back with the breakfast team, live on 94.3.
And now, over to our Agony Aunt section that has been taken over by 94.3's boss and local drug baron, Jose Manchini. 94.3.
Dear Agony Aunt, my daughter's newest boyfriend displays the most inelegant of table manners, and we are quite sure he is not the right man for her. Do you have any idea how we can interfere without making it look like we're interfering? Yours sincerely, Margaret.
Margaret. It is past that now. You take the boy. You take him out back. You tie him to a tree. You break his leg. It is simple. All of these letters are simple. I read them real quick. Lady with cheating husband. Car bomb. The boy with the nasty brother. You slice his tendons. Along the back of the foot, huh? The man with the hedge problem. You burn his house down and you kill his family. How is this hard? Why you write to me with this shit out? You weak, spineless maggots. Take care of your own fucking problems, huh?
And that was Jose Manchini with the Agony Aunt section.
Helpful words of advice from an unsympathetic ear.
And now it's that time of the morning where we hand over to the 94.3 local news team.
Local man Fred Harbinger's self-styled homemade rocket mission to Mars is making its final approach on the planet and is expected to land at 3,562 miles an hour, leaving a crater that will be visible from Earth.
Stan Lovell's water park slide has been found to have unusually high levels of gin throughout the water of the entire park. Stan has commented saying,
Gin is like water, and water is like gin, and gin rhymes with phlegm.
Police have closed down the park and said that it will take 6 to 8 weeks to fully investigate, and have asked the public for their patience and lemon wedges. Local badger experts say they are up to something. The Golden Duck Egg and Spoon Race got off to a bad start this year, as 3 of the contestants were garroted in their sleep the night before the big race. Police say the culprit is likely to be one of the finalists, Fred Fancy, John Walthrop, or Rodriguez The Wire Manchini, brother of local popular businessman. The fundraiser at the local church last weekend has earned enough to buy 2 new ground-to-air missile systems and a full artillery battery. Local vicar, Pastor Clements, has been screaming, "Guns, guns, we need more guns." A giant scorpion has been seen marching over Pembroke Down. So if you live up on the moors, maybe a good night to stay at home, barricade the windows, have a nice glass of wine, and sleep in the basement. And now over to Percy Hopshaw, who's going to have a go at the weather.
There's a chance of precipitation tomorrow. Winds will be about average. Sunny patches, but on a more interesting note, it'll be a full moon tonight with no cloud cover, so perfect conditions for those stalkers and horse slashers amongst us. And if you are a horse owner, don't go and spoil our fun by locking them all away. Let us have our fancy.
And that'll be the last weather broadcast by Percy Hopshaw.
Let us have at 'em!
We would like to apologise for the last sketch, the platypus sketch. And to apologise for the platypus sketches over the use of the word platypus. Platypus we recognise as platypus are an important animal, and platypus, the word platypus, is an important word in defining platypus, the animal platypus. We recognise platypus, the animal platypus, and platypus, the word platypus, and the importance of platypus, the word platypus, and not just of platypus, the word platypus, but all the words in the English language platypus and platypus related, such as platypi, platypuses, platypi, platypus, platypuses, as well as the word platypus itself, and the blatant attempt to desecrate platypus, the word platypus, by repeating platypus, the animal platypus, until platypus, the word platypus, lost all meaning, was poorly conceived. Platypus and platypi everywhere deserve much better treatment. However, we would like to stand by its assertion made in the platypus sketch that platypus and platypi should no longer be called platypus or platypi, but instead be renamed stinking, filthy, egg-laying, poisonous sacks of shit.
What the hell was that?
Oh dear, a few glitches tonight, people, but not to worry. Now over to a Down the Farm with Peter Stickmaker.
94.3.
Hello and welcome to a Down the Farm. We're here at Althrop's Farm and Delicatessens with cattle farmer John Cosgrove. John, hello. Would you like to tell us about the difficulties you experience as a modern-day cattle farmer?
Yes, well, of course. What most people don't realise about cattle farming is just how sneaky the cow can be.
Really? Is that right?
Yes. You see now. Take a look out into that field over there. What do you see?
A field full of cows.
Now, what if I were to tell you that, I'd say, more than half of those cows aren't really cows at all?
What are they then?
Well, they're a composite of dog and ducks and chickens and whatever the cow can find around the farm that it can use to sculpt together, if you will, a creation it can pass off as a cow, while it itself makes its getaway, usually along the A449.
My God, you can't be serious.
And of course, that leaves us, the cattle farmer, in a rather awkward situation when it comes to taking the cattle to market.
Oh, yes.
You can't very well go in with a handful of ducks and geese sellotaped together, painted black and white, and hope to get top price on your grade A beef now, can you?
Well, no, I suppose not.
No. So, that has left us, the cattle farmer, in the rather unfortunate position of having to take hostages and burn down any cattle market that won't sell our meaty concoctions as 100% beef.
Really? Is there no other way?
Not that I can see, no.
You can't try and stop the cows somehow?
You're forgetting just how cunning the cow can be. In the early days, of course, yes. We, the farmer, attempted to tackle the cow ourselves, with tactics and in numbers. But since the Great Christmas Day Massacre of '97, where we lost 7-6 of our best cattle farmers, we were left with no choice but to abandon our retaliatory campaign against the cows And, in an attempt to save what we could of our industry, instead by launching an attack on the cattle markets themselves, in an attempt to force them to sell our fox and goat beef at real beef prices. And we won't ever quit. Well, we might.
Will you?
Almost certainly. Oh, wait. Stay very still.
What's going on?
I think one of our cows is after fancying your fine wax jacket. I suppose it'd be thinking to wear it when it makes a break for it.
What are we going to do?
Not much you can do now. Question is, how badly is she going to lead you?
Got to be able to do something. Haven't you got a shotgun or anything?
Well, I suppose I could drill through her kneecaps.
Yes, anything.
Right, I'll go get my drill then.
Okay.
You try to keep her thinking.
Okay. Hello, my name is Michael McGinnis, and whilst you've been listening to this, you have been ignoring the fact that the Mayan temples of South America depict mathematically accurate diagrams of the Earth. The pyramids of the Giza Plateau are configured to match perfectly with the belt of Orion. Temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia are configured to represent the constellation of Draco, and Stonehenge and related earthworks correlate exactly with similar stellar representations. All of these megalithic structures exist as a star map reflecting the position of the celestial alignment in the year 10,500 BC, a date which coincides exactly with the end of the last ice age, birth of the flood myth, and the building of Noah's Ark. But never mind that now! It's time for Stan Bothermore's Dog or Duck! This week, a surprise week. It was Caribou!
94.3.
Okay, we're nearly out of time here today.
But we've got just enough time left to squeeze in one more show, so it's over to Kiddies Corner. All of the Mr. People were sheltering from the storm inside Mr. Lump's house. Mr. Joyful tried to keep Mr. Anxious's nerves calm, and Mr. Muscly assured everyone he could hold the house down. Just then, the door opened, and in from the rain came Mr. Go Fuck Yourself. He ran around the house, knocking everything over and spitting at Mr. Joyful. Hey, said Mr. Lump, don't do that. Go fuck yourself, said Mr. Go Fuck Yourself, you fat lump of shit. And he pushed Mr. Lump's face against the wall very, very hard. All of the other Mr. People were very scared and wanted to say something, but Mr. Go Fuck Yourself had a reputation for being a bit stabby, and all in all was one of the most dangerously unhinged, psychotic Mr. People in Mr. People Town. Far more antisocial than Mr. Arsehole Wankard, and even more scary than Mr. Twitchy, the butchering dentist. So, all of the other Mr. People just watched unhappily. Even Mr. Joyful was sad. After Mr. Lump's prone body had lain slumped on the floor for a few moments, Mr. Little finally picked up enough courage to speak. Why do you always come and ruin our birthday parties? He squeaked. Go fuck yourself, said Mr. Go Fuck Yourself. Besides, you were sheltering from a storm, you jelly-minded little twat. The end. Well, that's all for this week. But next week, Mr. Polynesian Torture Man comes to town. But you'll have to wait until then to see who survives and which of the Mr. People gives up valuable information, betraying Mr. People Town and all of the other Mr. People. Goodbye.
94.3.
Well, that's it for today, folks. And as we can see the new lunchtime crew being marked for their panels and the bags being taken off their heads, it seems we won't be passing to them after all.
No, boys. You stay and watch this.
Well, it looks like we're going to be doing a double shift today. Here at 94.3.
94.3.